Here we go.
Let's move right along. Look at page 7 in your workbooks. If we're going to get better at what we do, what we're going to have to do first is bypass average. Why does average get on us? What is average anyway? Who knows what average is? What does average mean? Average is pretty much what everyone else is doing, right? That's why they call it average. If you and I want to be average, all we have to do is nothing, and there will be average. You can hit it with amazing accuracy. All you have to do is nothing, and you'll be average. You'll be just like everybody else. And the last time I checked, everybody else ain't getting that much. So who wants to be average? Who's in on that deal? Okay, I don't think so. All right, look at page 7 at the top. Let's understand what average salespeople do. Average salespeople, they want to fit in so bad they can't stay out of the what? What's a huddle? It's a group of salespeople. What are they doing in that group? I got it. The football game. That's what I'm talking about, Wednesday. I got it, though. I know what happens in the huddles. Here's what goes on in the huddle. There's a group of salespeople that's hanging out over by the service department, or maybe they're hanging out front. And there's usually like a cloud of what above their head? Smoke. What are they drinking? Coffee, water, smoking cigarettes, right? What goes on in the huddle? Salesperson comes out, they just got to work, and they go out to the huddle, and there's a new person that shows up in the huddle. What's the old timer tell them? Hey man, you're not going to believe it. You decided to work at the best dealership in the country. These managers here are the best. They put more money in the trade that you couldn't believe it. You won't believe how much money that they put in the trade. And at our dealership, if you need help from a manager, they'll be off their seat in 1 second, and they'll be out there to help you out. And none of our customers are buried. All the ones that come through the door, they have equity in their trade. This is a great place to work. Is that what happens in the huddle?
No.
What do you mean no? What really happens? What happens, Ed? The direct opposite of that? Yeah, the used car manager couldn't hit the side of a barn, much less a trade-in, right? Most of the people that come in here right now, they're so buried you need a backhoe to get them out. And the finance manager, you can forget about it. They don't want to work on your deal. They just want to talk on the phone or get on the computer doing something else. I don't know what they're doing in here, but man, it's slow. Yes or no? Yeah, my manager couldn't close the door. Never mind, my first impression is weak, but my manager can't close the door. Now, what do we have to do with the huddle?
Stay away.
We got to get out. I don't have time to break up the huddle, right? I just need to get out, right? Don't hang around in the huddle. There's nothing good going on. There's no way that you can be doing your follow-up. There's no way that you can be getting better at selling, like sharpening your selling skills. Some of you said you wanted to be better at closing. Some of you said you wanted better follow-up. Some of you said that you just wanted to be better at the basics. How can we be getting better if we're hanging out in the huddle with all the other salespeople? What else happens in that huddle?
They talk bad about managers and stuff.
They talk bad about managers, and there's training going on. Who's holding the training? 5-car Freddie or 6-car Johnny? Or both? What's 30-car Steve doing? Selling a car. He don't have time to train, but who really needs to be training? Do you want the 30-car habits or the 5-car habits? I don't know about you, but if somebody's selling 2 cars a month, I don't want to hang around because it might get on me. And some of us, we're just all covered up with it. And we don't realize it. We don't realize it. It's like secondhand smoke. It's not your problem, but if you hang out in the huddle, when you walk away, you'll smell like somebody else's what? Smoke. So we got to get out of the huddle. All right, besides staying out of the huddle, let's take a look at number 2. By staying average salespeople make what? Excuses. I want you to write that in. Average salespeople make excuses. What do they blame? What's the reason we're not selling cars? The banks are tightening up. The economy, the weather. Ain't no traffic in this store. What's wrong with this place? Get on the phone. What else? What's some other excuses? The holidays? That one's coming, isn't it? It's the holidays. We're not going to be selling anything. It's Thanksgiving. Everybody's shopping right now. They're thinking about going out of town and spending time with their family. It's Thanksgiving time. Oh boy, now it's almost Christmas. You know, the first few weeks before Christmas, we never sell cars because people are worried about having money for buying Christmas. Now they're on vacation. They're not going to buy any cars because it's almost Christmas and they're on vacation. Well, now it's Christmas. Nobody buy it. Why are we even open? My goodness, it's the day before Christmas Eve. Why are we here? Nobody's buying cars because it's going to be Christmas time and it's too, what, outside? It's too cold and now it's New Year's. Nobody's going to buy cars. They're all hungover. Why are we even open on this day? It's New Year's Eve. Everybody's thinking about what party they're going to. We can't sell cars because it's New Year's Eve. Nobody ever buys cars the first of the year because now it's too cold outside and now it's daytime. Nobody buys cars during the day. They're at work. Wait till they get off. Well, it's nighttime. They're thinking about dinner. When is a good time to sell cars? Now, right? Well, now it's Easter. All right, take a look at number 3. By playing the Guess Who game, salespeople pre-qualify their customers. I want you to write that one in. Pre-qualify. What does that word mean? It's an ugly word. What does it mean? Not qualify, but pre-qualify.
They look like they have bad credit. They look like the berries.
Oh, so we like judging them, right? Pretty much. So, okay, I'm not going to give you the story that you all heard. There was a man that came in, he looked like a hobo, searching for a ham sandwich. And he was really dirty, and no one wanted to wait on him. Everybody scattered. So I went out there and met the customer and took care of the customer, and they pulled out a bag of cash. Anybody ever heard the story? Ed, I know you've heard the story a million times. I'm not going to give you that story. But listen to me. Listen to me. You even met that guy, haven't you? Right? He's usually wearing what? Overalls, right? But I'm not going to give you that story. But is the same true that some people come in, looks like they can buy the whole dealership, but they couldn't even buy a pair of shoes? Yes or no? Okay, but they're all buyers, aren't they? Of course they are. What percentage of people are going to buy cars that already bought cars? Does anybody know? 95%. 95% of the people will buy cars. Some of them lost their license and some died. Rest of them are buying what? Rest of them are buying cars. So let's take a look at it. Pre-qualify. This is what we do when we pre-qualify, and I want you to write this down. First, we want to know if the customer has a desire to buy. That means a customer comes in and you're thinking, you talk to them, you ask a few questions, and you're thinking, boy, this is a deal. I know this customer can buy whatever they want. They got good credit. They got money. This is a deal. Yeah, finally. I talked to 8 people today. All of them had an average beacon of about 389. Now I got one that can buy. Right? You guys with me so far? Now, what do? Now we start wondering, boy, I hope they're ready to buy when? Now. And we start thinking to ourselves, I hope they're ready. Listen, great salespeople don't hope anything. We don't wonder if they're going to buy now. We motivate them to buy when? Now. That's what great salespeople do, right? We're motivators. What's the other thing we do besides figuring out if they have the desire? The second thing we do is we want to know if they have the ability to buy. Customer comes in, they say, well, my credit's not so what? Good. And I owe too much money on my... And I don't have any money. And you're thinking, oh boy, here we go again. Here we go. Well, why don't you come on inside, I'll get some information from you. Here we go. Now we're wondering if they have the ability. Yes or no? And if we're wondering if they have the ability or not, are we selling? Of course not. Where's our first impression go? It might have been great for a minute until they told us they had bad what? And they didn't have any money down and all that kind of good stuff, and now you lost your enthusiasm. And since selling is the transfer of enthusiasm, and your enthusiasm is down, what happens? You try to figure a way to get them out of here. That's what you do. Listen, I got this guy out here. Listen, Mike. Listen, this one's different. I know what you're going to say, but this one's different. They got to go. They got an appointment to get to. And I don't think they can buy anyway. I don't think they can get Cracker Jacks. I don't think they can buy Cracker Jacks, much less a car. But I need you to, I got all the information right here. I didn't want to get in trouble. Do you want to do a quick TO for me before they leave? Now we just decided the customer can't what? And we're working who? Why don't we work the customer? Listen, great salespeople motivate people to get the ability. And we're going to talk about that. Can we get them all to buy? Of course not. But can we get more to buy if we do follow the basics? Of course we can. So we can't pre-qualify. Let's take a look at the next one. The group of salespeople who go to work, but instead they spend their entire career walking to who? Talking to who? Walk-in customers. And who are the walk-in customers? The ones that what?
Come on a lot.
Ones that come on a lot. That we just hang out, right? We go to work to wait. Good things happen to people who wait. Yes or no? Sure, if you're trying to make a hamburger with some ketchup. Bad things happen to salespeople who what? Wait. Opportunity's not going to knock. Opportunity already knocked. We have so much opportunity, it's silly. We just can't see it. You know, there's money everywhere in a dealership. There's money in the service lane. There's money on the phone. There's money that from the customer that just bought from you the day before to get a referral. There's money everywhere. It's just invisible. We got to make it what? We got to make the money visible, and we got to get the money. That's it. That's the secret. We can't see it. It's going to take a little bit of faith, though, isn't it? In order for you and I to succeed and to get to the next level, we're going to have to look at things a little bit different. And one of the things that we can't do is wait. We cannot wait. Let's look at the next one. They have good intentions, but know what? Plan. P-L-A-N. Plan. Anybody ever heard of the 3 Ps? Who? No, not that one. Come on, Jeff. We got to be prepared. Is that right? So we have to have proper planning. And proper planning prevents what? Poor performance. If you plan properly, you will prevent poor performance. We got to have a plan. Can you imagine a championship team showing up to the game? What are we going to do today, Coach? I don't know. I was thinking about pulling out some old plays from a few weeks ago, but I'm not sure. What do you want to do? I don't know. Let's run a nickel defense today, and thinking we're going to run an I formation 4 out of 5 times. But I don't know. We'll figure it out by second quarter. We'll see what they're doing. Is that how it goes? Bill Belichick. Is that how his game plan goes? You can love him or you can hate him. I'm not a Patriot fan. But he sure is the man when it comes to winning percentages, isn't he? Do you think that he plans his game right before the game or a week before? Or I'm not sure when he really plans it, but do you think it's like the week before the game or right before the game? I don't think so. I think he's continuously working on it. And another one, too. Do you think he's watching the scoreboard or is he involved in the game? No, neither. He's too busy holding the camera. Remember? Belichick. Just kidding. Seriously, though, we got to have the right plan. Do all of us need a plan to get to the next level? Who wants a plan? Raise your hand. All right, I got one for you. Cool.